With Shelly here for WBBM AM, standing in front of the C-17. You can fit 4 Greyhound buses in this thing. I'm 5'6", so if you look behind me, you can imagine how huge this thing is. It's enormous. So I can't wait to go inside and actually get a sneak peek, a look inside of it. We are standing inside a C-17 aircraft. Just look at how huge this thing is. There's so much space in here. The Air Force uses it to carry all kinds of things, trucks, boxes, people, whatever they need. They use this thing to get it around. Now, take me through the cockpit, because it's kind of like a little house, a little bit.
All right, so we're upstairs. This is the cockpit, the front end of the plane.
This is Jason, by the way, one of the pilots, the third one, right?
To the second back half of the office here. We've got 2 bunks, one for the loadmaster, one for the pilot, a couple of seats in the back here as well. We use this on long trips. We'll swap out pilots, give another guy a break. He'll take a 3 or 4 hour nap and then hop back in the seat. If you follow us downstairs, take a peek into our kitchen here. A fully capable refrigerator and freezer. And our handy dandy trusty oven. A little convection action. Cook whatever you want. Done cinnamon rolls, pot roast, steaks, pizza, you name it.
So you can have pretty much just any meal you want on something like this.
Pretty close, pretty close.
Where's the bathroom? Where do you go to the bathroom?
That's right behind you. We'll walk back out this way. You get tired in the seat, you know, like you gotta relieve yourself. It's taped up now for the air show. We get a little bit negative and we don't want to make a big mess, so.
That's not too bad a place, though, to spend a lot of time in, I mean, right?
No, not at all.
Showbiz Shelly here in the cockpit of the C-17. This is pretty impressive. First of all, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi there, I'm Brian Nicosia. I'm a Chicago native from Algonquin, Illinois, coming out here.
And now it takes 3 pilots to fly this thing, right?
Well, a minimum crew is 2 pilots and 1 loadmaster to fly the jet, and we fly an air show with 3 people, so that way we have 2 pilots primary and 1 safety observer who pretty much tells us everything we need to do because it's a busy profile.
And why don't we say hi to the 2 pilots? These are the guys that rode with you today, right?
Yep, this is Captain Tom Phillips, Captain Jason Hughes.
Hey guys.
Hello. And we're all from Altus Air Force Base in Oklahoma.
And well, before we go through this whole thing, what was it like flying in the show today?
It was really exciting. It comes fast and furious, but it was a lot of fun.
And you obviously, does this plane go as fast as the F-16s? Not quite.
Not quite, but we like to boast that we can land in about 1,700 feet, which we did today, and they need a little bit more than that.
So are you actually able to see the people down below when you fly by them?
Yeah, we flew by. We had to be 500 feet for most of it, and then 1,000 feet when we're over the crowd out in the lake. So you could see people, but maybe not super clear.
Right. And I was in the MiG earlier, and the cockpit is like this, like sitting like you're in a sardine can. This is much more spacious, I will say.
It's very enjoyable. It got all the comforts of home and all the bells and whistles.
Why don't you explain some of these things to me? Is there anything you can kind of highlight for us?
Well, basically we got all these different displays here, and we got primary flight displays and engine tapes, and you can flip through different navigation screens, and each screen is selectable, and then you have different little computers that you type all your information in for the flight planning. Throttles, and one of the great things about having a big, huge airplane is we actually have a stick grip. We got a right stick grip and a left stick grip for each seat that you sit in.
And so how do you actually steer this thing? Is it this, or what do you do?
We'll use the stick to fly the airplane around, use the throttles, for the airspeed, and when we're on the ground, we actually have a tiller on each side of the aircraft that actually steers. And one unique thing about this airplane is we can actually back up under our own power, which we like to say is one of the cooler things about this airplane. Taking off at 585,000 pounds and just flying around the world.
Has this plane made any appearances in any movies, anything like that?
Well, we did have a brief little stint in Transformers 2.
That's what I heard.
It wasn't us specifically, but 2 airplanes from our wing and a bunch of our air crew members were actually in the movie, so it was really exciting to watch all of our friends up there on the big screen.
That's of Jason back there, one of the pilots. You guys are so serious up here. Why? So serious. But anyway, so now why don't you explain? You're one of the pilots also of this plane. Now there's something really cool about this little piece of glass right here.
Yeah, this is the heads-up display. It's a piece of technology that really came out of the fighter aircraft community. You use it for gun sights and whatnot. And really what most aircraft use it for now is the ability to bring information to the pilot's eyes without the pilot having to bring his eyes inside the airplane and therefore not looking outside and be able to clear for traffic or obstacles or any other hazards to flight. So we look through this glass and it takes all of our critical flight information and it projects it out to a focal distance of infinity so that wherever we look, it's always in focus.
You don't have to keep looking down at the equipment here.
Correct. Yep. Yeah, it's a very nice thing that we really enjoy on this airplane.